know that moment when you're sitting in a coffee shop, minding your own business, and suddenly a person walks in who just captures your attention? It's as if they've got this magnetic aura that you can't ignore. Maybe it's their smile, their confidence, or the way they carry themselves. Whatever it is, they've left a lasting impression on you. Hey everyone! Today we're diving into the intriguing world of psychology to uncover how you can make someone think about you daily. We'll explore this through the lens of one of the most influential minds in psychology, Sigmund Freud. Freud believed that our thoughts and actions are heavily influenced by unconscious desires. According to him, the mind is like an iceberg, with the conscious mind being just the tip above the water and the vast, powerful unconscious mind lying beneath the surface. This hidden part of our psyche drives our desires, our fears, and yes, even our thoughts about other people. So, why is this important? Understanding the role of unconscious desires can help us grasp why certain people linger in our minds and how we can create that same lasting impact on others. The goal of this video is to blend Freud's theories with modern psychological insights to reveal strategies for making someone think about you every day. We're going to break down the steps to create emotional and psychological imprints, build a memorable presence, and understand the balance between attention and independence. By the end of this video, you'll have a deeper understanding of the subtle art of influence and how to leave a lasting impression on anyone you meet. Ready to become unforgettable? Let's dive in. The Freudian approach to desire and attachment. Imagine you're at a party and you meet someone who completely captivates you. Hours later, you're still thinking about them. What is it about this person that lingers in your mind? Is it their smile, their words, or something deeper? According to Sigmund Freud, it's all about the hidden forces within our unconscious mind. Freud believed that our behaviors and thoughts are profoundly influenced by unconscious desires and motivations. He proposed that the mind is divided into three parts: the id, the ego, and the superego. These components constantly interact and shape our experiences and attachments. The id is the primal part of our psyche, driven by basic instincts and desires. It's all about immediate gratification and pleasure. When you feel an intense attraction to someone, that's your id reacting to the stimuli. The ego, on the other hand, is the rational part of our mind. It mediates between the desires of the id and the realities of the external world. It helps you navigate social norms and decide how to act on your impulses. The superego represents the moral standards and ideals we acquire from society and our upbringing. It imposes rules and strives for perfection, often in conflict with the desires of the id. When you meet someone who leaves a lasting impression, it's likely because they've struck a chord with all three parts of your psyche. They appeal to your basic desires, align with your rational thoughts, and meet your moral or ideal standards. Connections to thought patterns. Understanding how the id, ego, and superego interact can help you make a memorable impression on others. By tapping into these unconscious processes, you can create experiences and connections that resonate on a deeper level. For instance, engaging in meaningful conversations can stimulate the ego by appealing to rational thought, while showing genuine care and empathy can resonate with the superego's moral ideas. Meanwhile, subtle physical attraction or shared experiences can satisfy the id's desire for pleasure. By appealing to these different aspects of the mind, you can create a balanced and compelling presence that others find hard to forget. Recognizing these psychological dynamics can give you an edge in forming deeper, more impactful connections. Creating emotional and psychological imprints. Have you ever wondered why certain moments stay with you forever while others fade into the background? Think about a time when someone did something that touched you deeply. Maybe it was a surprise visit when you needed it most, or a heartfelt compliment that made your day. These moments aren't just random, they're powerful emotional imprints that can shape our memories and thoughts for years to come. Emotional impact. Freud believed that our minds are profoundly influenced by experiences that carry strong emotional significance. When you create an emotionally resonant experience, you're essentially embedding yourself into someone's unconscious mind. It's not just about being memorable, it's about becoming a part of their emotional landscape. This is why moments of intense joy, surprise, or even vulnerability can leave such a lasting impression. Unconscious triggers. To stay in someone's thoughts, you need to tap into their unconscious desires and fears. Freud suggested that our unconscious mind is a reservoir of feelings, thoughts, and memories that are outside of our conscious awareness, yet they influence our behaviors and perceptions. By understanding and engaging with these deeper layers, you can create a psychological imprint that keeps you present in their mind. For example, if someone has a deep-seated need for validation, offering genuine praise can trigger a strong emotional response. Similarly, if they fear loneliness, being a consistent and reliable presence in their life can create a sense of security and attachment. Let's look at some practical examples. 1. Shared vulnerability. Sharing a personal story or secret can create a deep bond. When you show vulnerability, it invites the other person to do the same, creating a mutual emotional connection that is hard to forget. 2. Acts of kindness. Small, thoughtful gestures can make a big impact. This could be as simple as remembering their favorite coffee order or offering a shoulder to lean on during tough times. 3. Creating unique experiences. Plan something special that stands out from the routine. This could be an impromptu adventure, a surprise date, or a heartfelt letter. Unique experiences are more likely to be remembered because they break the monotony of everyday life. By understanding and leveraging these psychological dynamics, you can create emotional and psychological imprints that make you unforgettable. These moments, rooted in genuine emotion and thoughtful actions, ensure that you remain a significant part of someone's mental and emotional world. Building a memorable presence. Think about the most memorable person you've ever met. What was it about them that made such a lasting impression? Was it their authenticity, their unique way of seeing the world, or perhaps their unwavering consistency? These traits don't just make someone stand out in the moment, they help etch that person into your memory, making them unforgettable. Authenticity and uniqueness. Freud's ideas on identity emphasize the importance of being true to oneself. Authenticity means being genuine, transparent, and true to your own values and beliefs. When you embrace who you truly are, it resonates with others on a deeper level. Authenticity creates a sense of trust and connection, which is essential for leaving a lasting impression. Uniqueness, on the other hand, is about what sets you apart from everyone else. It's the quirks, the passions, and the distinctive traits that make you, you. Freud would argue that our identity is shaped by a complex interplay of our conscious and unconscious mind. When you showcase your unique qualities, you tap into this intricate web, making yourself more memorable. Consistency. Consistency is another key element in building a memorable presence. When your actions, words, and behaviors align over time, it creates a sense of reliability and predictability. People remember those who are consistently there for them, who consistently act in a way that aligns with their values. Consistent behavior also helps reinforce your presence in someone's mind. When you consistently show up, whether through regular communication or through predictable actions, you become a familiar and comforting presence. This predictability can create a lasting mental imprint. Practical examples. 1. Authentic conversations. Engage in deep, meaningful conversations where you share your true thoughts and feelings. Avoid superficial small talk. Instead, dive into topics that matter to you and invite the other person to do the same. 2. Unique gestures. Do something that reflects your personality. This could be sharing a book that has influenced you, cooking a meal with a personal twist, or creating a piece of art. Unique gestures that come from the heart are more likely to be remembered. 3. Consistent support. Be consistently supportive. This could be as simple as checking in regularly, offering help when needed, or celebrating their successes. Consistency in showing up and being there for someone can create a strong and lasting bond. By focusing on authenticity, uniqueness, and consistency, you can build a memorable presence that stays with people long after you're gone. It's about being true to yourself, standing out in meaningful ways, and reliably being there for others. The modern psychological perspective. You're in the middle of a conversation with someone who captivates your attention. Their words resonate with you, their presence feels genuine, and you find yourself thinking about them long after the interaction has ended. What's their secret? How did they leave such a lasting impression? Mark Manson, known for his no-nonsense approach to self-help, emphasizes the importance of authenticity and self-awareness. In today's world, where superficial interactions are common, being genuine stands out. Manson's insights align with modern psychological perspectives that highlight the power of being real and self-aware. When you understand your own desires, strengths, and limitations, you can present yourself more authentically, creating deeper connections. Balancing attention and independence. One of the keys to keeping someone's interest without appearing desperate or intrusive is balancing attention and independence. It's a delicate dance. On one hand, you want to show that you care and are interested in the other person. On the other hand, you don't want to come off as needy or overwhelming. Modern psychology suggests that people are drawn to those who are confident and self-sufficient. This doesn't mean you should be aloof or detached, but rather that you should maintain your own interests, passions, and social circles. By doing so, you create a sense of intrigue and respect. You're showing that while you value the other person, you also have a rich and fulfilling life of your own. Effective communication. Thoughtful and impactful communication is crucial for staying on someone's mind. This isn't about constantly bombarding them with messages or trying to impress them with grand gestures. Instead, focus on quality over quantity. 1. Active listening. Pay close attention to what the other person is saying. Show genuine interest in their thoughts and feelings. This not only makes them feel valued, but also helps you respond in a more meaningful way. 2. Meaningful responses. When you do communicate, make your words count. Share insights, ask thoughtful questions, and offer support when needed. Your goal is to add value to their life, not just to fill the silence. 3. Personal touches. Small, personalized gestures can go a long way. Remember details about their interests. Send them articles or music that you think they'll enjoy, or simply send a thoughtful message out of the blue. By incorporating these strategies, you can create a lasting impression that keeps you on someone's mind. It's about being authentic, maintaining a healthy balance of attention and independence, and communicating in a way that truly resonates. Navigating relationships and boundaries. You're on the verge of saying something that could either deepen your connection with someone or push them away. You pause, considering the impact of your words. This moment of reflection could make all the difference in how you're remembered. Respecting boundaries. Respecting personal boundaries is paramount when trying to make a lasting impression. People value their space and autonomy, and any perceived infringement can quickly turn admiration into discomfort. Freud's theory of boundaries in relationships underscores the need for balance, being present but not overbearing. Think about it. If you consistently ignore someone's boundaries, you're more likely to be remembered for the wrong reasons. Instead, strive to understand and respect their limits. This shows that you're considerate and emotionally intelligent, traits that leave a positive, lasting impression. Healthy interaction. Engaging in respectful and healthy ways builds positive thoughts about you. Start by practicing active listening. Pay attention to their words, body language, and unspoken cues. Respond thoughtfully and emphatically, showing that you value their perspective. For instance, if someone mentions they're overwhelmed at work, instead of immediately offering solutions, acknowledge their feelings. Say something like, "That sounds really tough. How are you holding up?" This kind of interaction demonstrates empathy and understanding, which are key to forming meaningful connections. Additionally, be mindful of the frequency and nature of your interactions. Too much contact can feel suffocating, while too little might seem disinterested. Aim for a balanced approach, where your presence is felt but not overwhelming. Long-term effects. The way to navigate relationships and boundaries has long-term effects on the person's perception of you. If you consistently respect their boundaries and engage healthily, you're likely to be viewed as someone trustworthy and considerate. Over time, these positive interactions accumulate, creating a strong foundation for a lasting impression. Conversely, ignoring boundaries and being overly intrusive can lead to negative associations. The person might start to see you as someone who disregards their needs and feelings, which can be difficult to overcome. In the long run, your approach not only affects the relationship, but also how you're remembered. By prioritizing respect and healthy interactions, you ensure that the impression you leave is one of kindness, thoughtfulness, and emotional intelligence. This approach, rooted in both Freud's insights and modern psychological principles, helps you maintain a positive presence in someone's thoughts day after day. Practical tips and techniques. You've just sent a message that you know will make them smile. As you hit send, you wonder, is this enough to make me linger in their thoughts? To make someone think about you daily, start with meaningful gestures. It's the little things that count. Sending a song that reminded you of them, a thoughtful note, or even a simple "thinking of you" message. These actions show that you care and are genuinely interested in their well-being. Regular, thoughtful communication is another key strategy. Instead of bombarding them with constant messages, focus on quality over quantity. Share insights, ask engaging questions, and listen actively. This creates a sense of connection and keeps the conversation interesting. Additionally, leave a bit of mystery. Freud's theory of desire highlights the power of anticipation. Don't always be readily available. Let them wonder about you sometimes. This balance of presence and absence can make your interactions more intriguing and memorable. However, be cautious of common mistakes. Being overly persistent or clingy can backfire, making you seem desperate rather than endearing. Give them space and respect their boundaries. Remember, the goal is to be a positive thought, not an overwhelming presence. Avoid manipulative tactics such as guilt-tripping or playing mind games. These can damage trust and create negative associations. Genuine interest and respect should be at the heart of your interactions. Here are some real-life examples to illustrate effective strategies. Take John, who made a lasting impression on his colleague by consistently remembering and asking about her hobbies. He didn't just stick to work-related conversations, he took the time to know her as a person. His thoughtful questions and genuine interest made her look forward to their interactions. Or think about Emily, who sent her friend a book she'd mentioned wanting to read. This small gesture showed that Emily listened and cared about her friend's interests, making her a constant, positive presence in her thoughts. Another example is Alex, who balanced being present and giving space. He'd send occasional messages, sharing interesting articles or funny memes, and then step back, allowing his friend to initiate the next conversation. This approach made their interactions feel natural and unforced. By implementing these practical tips and techniques, you can make a lasting impression that keeps you in someone's thoughts daily. Remember, it's about genuine connection, thoughtful gestures, and respecting their space. An approach that blends Freud's insights with a modern psychology for a balanced, memorable presence. As we've explored, making someone think about you daily involves a blend of genuine interest, thoughtful gestures, and respect for personal boundaries. By applying these strategies, you create a positive, lasting impression that lingers in their thoughts without overstepping. If you found these insights helpful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on psychology and relationships. Share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. How have you successfully made a lasting impression? Let's discuss.